Hello everyone, LD3 back with you for another video. Today we are back in Rory McIlroy PGA Tour for my regular Wednesday golf video. But today's a little special, so the day that I am uploading this video, it will be my birthday. So yay, happy birthday me, fireworks everywhere, ha ha. Alright, so it's my birthday today, so I just wanted to have a little fun. I just want to go out, have a good time, do what I want to do, play well. So I'm going to go play at what I really consider my home course, really, TPC Boston. I'm going to play there. I'm going to play on the easiest difficulty because I want to score some birdies. I want to have fun and hit some really good shots. So I'm not really in the mood just to go around and grind. I just want to go out there and have some fun, make some birdies. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so here we are, TPC Boston. I believe I showed you guys the golf club's rendition of TPC Boston. This one's better, I believe. Well, on it because they probably took months to work on this. That clubhouse is almost exactly the way it is. From what I remember, I played 4 years of high school golf at this course, so all the stuff up, all like looking for the Deutsche Bank. Now it's the Dell Technologies Championship, I believe. Took away the Deutsche Bank title, but oh well. But yeah, and also another thing, they make it a par 71 for the tournament, but it's a par 72 because the 14th hole is usually a par 5 for the members, but a par 4 for the tournament. So that's really the only difference, and they keep it as a 5 here, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, 0 wind, arcade settings, so it's going to show the line and stuff. I really don't care. I'm out here to make birdies, so let's go and make some birdies. Full swing, right down the middle. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Boom, right there.
That's a good spot right there.
So yeah, I kind of just want to talk about like my experiences at TPC Boston, and like reminisce a little bit, especially since I'm a year out, almost 2 years now, because golf was in the fall where I was. So let's see. So this first hole, for me, it was we played tees up. We didn't play from the tip, so we start with that. But I did. But usually for me it was like a 3-wood wedge hole for me, just because my 3-wood was probably my most accurate club. Get up. My 3-wood is probably my most accurate club, or it was when I was playing in high school, but then my drivers seem to be really spot on. That's a birdie for going 3-wood wedge, pretty easy par hole. I probably, like, 20% of the time I would say I would make birdie on that hole. And then just a random bogey somewhere. Somewhere weird. Now this hole, the second hole, it's probably my favorite, like, scenic hole on the course. But it's probably my least favorite scoring hole on the course. Like, from here, you think you can go for it in 2 from here. That's usually right around where my drive ended up. Every single time. Right there. So let's check out the yardage. It's 228, yeah. 228 is probably like 215 to carry, so like I could probably get there in 2 if I hit a good shot. But the thing is, if I was like a little more right, I could probably get it a little more right, so I probably had closer to 200 in. And I always thought I could hit it. I always thought I could make the shot. Like, it was just me thinking, oh, I can definitely make the shot. That sort of thing. So, I always tried to go for it. I failed. It ended up with double bogeys that way. And it always got my round very rocky. Like, I can always do well on the first hole, but then the second hole, it just shoots off right there. If I can make a birdie or a par, oh, that's a good shot. If I can make a birdie or a par, basically, if I can go even par or better on the first 2 holes, I know my round's going to be good. But if I start over par in these first 2 holes, it always seems like my rounds wouldn't be that great. It would be like low to mid 40s instead of high. Probably should. But now here's the third hole. The third hole is a fairly difficult hole. Like, you see, this green is really narrow. Like, this is a very, very narrow green. So you basically have like nowhere to go. Except you have to basically fly it there, and it's really difficult to fly it there. So you gotta make sure you know what's up. So it's actually gonna be a little this way, and I'm gonna pop it back a little more. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Should be good. Yeah, for us it probably played about 160, I believe. Oh, get in. Ooh, a little far. A little far.
That's how you play.
Yeah, probably played about 160 for us.
Stick it in close,
played 215 there. That's
now
just
for
a straight
Jordan
putt. I'm not
Spieth.
sure what I'm doing. And that should be another birdie to get me the 4 under par through 3 holes if my controller wants to actually work. There it is. All right. There it is. And now this 4th hole. This is the one hole I don't like about this game in particular, because it's a weird story. So when they first, the TPC Boston came out in 2002, and then they renovated it in 2007, I believe. That's not going to be a good shot. Ugh,
this is a great place
for
a
poor
fan
shot.
to watch.
They renovated it in 2007.
So many different short shots
so the first few years of the course, the 4th hole was like a 420, 430 yard dogleg right hole.
Perfectly placed
and the
tee shot
green
will set up an
was
eagle
all the way over there.
But then you see quite a few
where
bogeys made
I know
as well.
I'm pointing right now, but like the green was basically over here on this dogleg right hole. They had the same bunkers there and everything. They then decided to create a drivable par 4 out of it, which is what it is now. But the thing was, they moved the tees up too, so they have an actual tee for us, or for the tournament. But this far back tee that we started from was the original par 4 tee, like the original dogleg right par 4 tee. So it didn't actually it wasn't an actual tee when, now. It's not an actual tee that's used right now. It's just a random tee. But now it plays at 370 yards in the game because they use that all the way back tee, which makes no sense. They should just play it at 298, just like when they do for the tournament. And that should be another birdie, which it is. And another thing about this hole, when I played it, I can never make birdie on this hole. I have no idea how. I think
back on the tee here
my freshman year, I made a bunch of birdies on this hole because I just played
that's for
it.
sure.
But
the one that
once I started thinking about how much of a birdie hole this was, I just completely failed on this hole. I think my sophomore or junior year, I don't remember, I made a bogey 5 every single time I played.
Full treatment.
I have no idea how, but then my senior year, my last round, I made this great birdie over in that corner. Now we're playing the 5th hole, so let's not talk about the
green
4th
up ahead though. There's
5th hole now.
Obviously,
We're gonna go a
the
little
easy
right
section is that
here,
middle
and
one
we're
where it
gonna
just pokes out to the left.
So this hole I seem to do pretty well on. There was this one time where I hooked it right into the woods, but then I found a way to get in through the trees on the right where, the bridges to go across the mountains, to go across the river. And I somehow made it through those trees onto the green and 2-putted for par. It was probably the craziest par I've had ever, to be honest with you. There probably were a couple other ones, but that was pretty cool. Let's see. Now we got the 6th hole. So the 6th hole, this was probably the hole where our team made up the most strokes. So we played it at about 415, 420 yards about. It's 475 for the pros, so it's middle length for them. It was more long range for the high school players because the people that we played in our high school didn't really hit it that far. So this was the hole that most of our players gained the most strokes on because we've actually played it enough times where we would actually know what to do on this hole. Honestly, all you need to do is to just keep it straight. If you make a bogey 5 on this hole, you're gaining a stroke on the field because or at least for my high school, not for the actual pros. The pros are trying to make birdie. Get it. Too short.
Good
But
chance now for a birdie. That was an
for
outstanding
my
putt.
high school
Oh,
team,
it's almost a guarantee there after
since
that
this
shot.
was such a long
Settles
hole,
in over the
a
putt.
lot of the competitors that we were playing against tried to just blast it down there as far as they can, try to get in close and
Frankie, just
make
love the
birdie
variety
par,
of holes here at
whatever,
TPC
maybe
Boston.
bogey.
Now we get to the
But
seventh.
there's
It's a
so much
600-yard par
ever
five.
on the left
It
and
looks
right
straight away, but the
on the
problem
sixth
is, if you
hole
don't hit a
that
good tee shot,
if they
then you
missed their
really
drives
have to
at
be
all,
aware of that
that it was almost
crossfield.
guaranteed
That
a
is one
six.
place you don't want to
So
go
what
with a
our
second
coach
shot.
recommended us to do, or suggested to us, come on, was that we just, you don't even have to hit driver, just keep it in the fairway, just get it on in 3 and 2-putt for 5. Like, you can just lay up short, just get it on and make a 5, because if you keep it straight there, you're gonna make better shots than every other team. And that, honestly, actually, 6 might have been my
Second
best par. Because I topped my drive, this was sophomore year, I topped my drive, and then, I thought the game paused for a second, I topped my drive, like, 20 yards into the rough in front of the tee box. Then I hit a hot. This was at a point where I didn't have a 3-wood either, so I had a driver and then basically 2 4 hybrids with different shafts that I like used for different distances, which was really weird. But it was just something I did. But what happened was I did that. I hit my longer hybrid out. Yo, there's an eagle. Nice. Okay.
Well, can you believe that?
But I hit my longer hybrid out to about 180, then hit my shorter hybrid to 3 feet and made a par. Like, it was kind of crazy. That was crazy. But then the seventh hole there's really not much to talk about except for that giant bunker. The giant bunker caused me
really
trouble,
narrow at the front
really
of the
can't
screen.
say
A lot
much
of
about
mound,
that.
the ball normally kicks
It causes
towards
a
the
lot of
left.
people trouble,
One
even the
place you
pros
don't want to
sometimes.
go though is
So now
that
the
left
eighth hole,
bunker. The bunker shot's a little
224
downhill
for
from there.
them. It was probably about 170 for us. We were over on that left tee box, just to the left of Jordan Spieth right there. It's really not much else to say. This was a hole where I made birdie sometimes. I mostly made pars and bogeys on this hole, though. This was one of the holes where I was like, if I made bogey, I was okay with it. Because the green is very slopey.
Pretty happy with that one. About 20
is really the main
good
thing.
spot.
Like, if you're in that front area,
It's good feel.
you can try to get it close.
This putt.
But there's also a lot of other things that could prevent you from getting close. But that's a nice putt right there.
More than a bonus on the scorecard.
If you go long in this hole, you're dead. If you're short, you might be in the water or in those bunkers. These bunkers aren't the worst places to be.
Well,
One
if
time
you
I
make a
actually
miss of nine, then you're
I
making
hit an
hamburgers.
awful shot. I sliced like a 5-iron or something when I had a 0 distance, and I yelled at the ball, "Get in the bunker," because I didn't want it to go in the water or in the fescue or whatever. And my partners are like, "Why'd you ask for it to go in the bunker? That's a bad place to be." I'm like,
That's how you
"It's
do
better
it.
than it would have been." And then I got up and down the par. So that was pretty cool. Okay, now the ninth hole, a lot of fun. My favorite part of this ninth hole is this bunker right here.
Well, you really
This
have to
bunker
be
is
aware of that
fantastic.
bunker.
I love this
It's
bunker.
about 25
It's just a
yards short of
really
the green.
cool
If you finish
addition
up there, that's one of the
to
hardest shots in golf, the long bunker
to the
shots.
hole.
You've got
I
to
don't know
carry
why
that.
that
Even if
hole's
you wanna run the ball
basic.
onto the
That
green.
bunker's basically useless for the pros, but it's kind of a way because of how the hole is shaped that if you want to try to like run it up, that bunker kind of prohibits that in a way. Like there's basically right at the top of the hill. Right at the top of the bunker, it goes straight down to the green, and it's kind of a bullish green, kind of.
You don't want to let
So-
this one get away. This is about concentration.
So you can
and
kind of like
focus at
play it
this
to the
point.
top of the bunker and roll
Great
down, but then
hits,
if you get in the
just
bunker,
keep
you have
coming.
to
Come on,
shot. It's
it's
kind of
11
crazy
on
like
the
that,
day.
but my favorite memory on that hole was
On
seeing
the
one
tee
of
right
my
now at
friends
the
on the
tenth hole here
team
at TPC
hit it from
Boston.
like
And
180,
what's ahead?
190 out
Straightaway
from
par
the
four,
fescue
no
and
fairway
hole
bunkers
it
really
one
to worry
one
about.
hop
But
hole
that
it
green shapes away
for
from
an
the
eagle
players.
too.
There's
That
a
was
little bit
kind
of
of
mounding.
crazy.
So if you're clever,
But now we're
you
on
can
to the
use
back
those
nine.
mounds.
That's probably all I can say about my high school days because we only played the front nine, which is a little disappointing. We played the back nine once. I'll try to remember some of the stuff from high school there, but we only played the back nine once because of a tournament or an outing at TPC Boston. So that's really all I could So
On
we
my
played the
yardage, it
front
says
all the time,
145
basically. That's the
yards to
only
the hole.
time we played. We only played the back once,
Vijay
as
Singh,
I said,
Charlie
15
Hoffman,
million
and
times.
Big Henrik
But
Stenson. They
that
all
was
have one thing in
sophomore year,
common.
so it's going to be a
They
little.
all
Oh,
tied
that
for
was
the
a
low
poor
tournament
shot.
score at
That was a
TPC
poor shot,
Boston,
but
22.
And they're all
I
good.
remember a
This
little
is
bit.
golf
Like
course
the
that,
10th hole, I don't remember
obviously
much.
gives in to the
Basically,
longer
the
hitters.
only holes I
And if there's
remember
just a little bit of sting taken out of
are
the greens,
the
then these
14th and
long
the
hitters have a
18th holes. Like
huge
I remember
advantage.
playing the rest of the holes, but it's not like anything special happened on them or anything. They were just there. It was just cool to play the back nine. Come on, hook in. Oh no, that's my first
Speed
non-birdie,
wasn't bad on that
my
long
non-under
putt.
par hole.
The
Dang
read
it.
wasn't very good.
I'm just
Just a
having
couple
a
of
good
feet.
time right now. I like reminiscing about my
Just
past
an
high school
amazing
golf days
display. The records
in TPC
continue
Boston.
to
It's
fall.
fun. All right, the 11th hole actually I kind of remember
Frank,
because
you're at the
it was
11th.
175 yards up the
Massive
hill.
bunker guarding the
So I
front
played
right
one of my
side of this
hybrids and I
green.
hit it.
And every now and
It
again,
was
a
right
tee
at the
shot
hole I
pops
thought
in,
it went
making
in.
that second
Honestly,
shot
I
just
thought it went in for a
absolutely
second.
horrible.
But then it ended up being like 10 feet or so, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's the best shot I've ever hit in my life. And I just felt great. It was just like one of those moments where you're like, that was the greatest shot I've ever hit. Sophomore year where I was still averaging mid-40s for my scoring average for 9 holes. So it was still,
about 20 feet away.
it was
Over the
really
putt.
good to hit
This is Jordan Spieth.
like, it was still good to hit a really good shot. So, and if anyone was wondering, my best on, oh, that was really short. That was poor.
Did
But
a nice job
my
with that
best
putt. Good read,
9
good
at
speed.
TPC Boston was
Speed
actually a
over a par
34. The only reason why that happened was that we played the front tees.
Drops for a par.
And that was just because because we were playing against a couple subpar opponents, and our coach just wanted us to get some experience playing some shorter holes because a lot of the courses we
Well, hit
played
two of your best hits, somehow find
in
the fairway,
our
and then you
league
take anything
were a
on the
lot
green here.
shorter
You see a
than
lot of
TPC
sixes
Boston.
here over the
TPC
years.
Boston was probably the longest course we played. The longest or second longest course we played, but we also played from the second front tees at the TPC Boston the majority of the time. Either the second,
Just a great pass to golf
basically
ball,
the senior tees or the
310
men's
yards.
tees. We
In
played
the fairway.
either one, but then the front tees,
So
we
young
played
and
that
so
one match and I shot a
accomplished already.
34.
Jordan
And I was the
Spieth,
only
great with
person to
his
shoot
approach.
under par, which I was very surprised about, since at that time there were at least 2 or 3 kids in front of me that basically shot better than me every time. But they shot like 37
looks
and
like it's headed
39s.
right
I
for
think
the
one of
middle
them
of the
even
dance
shot
floor,
40s. Get in. Ooh, close.
Well,
Close,
that's
close,
how you
close
play
there.
the game. Right
But-
there.
So I was kind of surprised, and I shot 34, and I was very happy about
Building
that.
something
And it was a
very
try
special.
match too, so we played against 2 teams. So I think it counted twice to my
On
scoring
the
average,
tee now at
which I
another
was very
par
happy
4 to
about.
13.
But
Frank, how do you play it?
a lot of
It
the other
looks like it's a
courses were
dogleg
short.
right, but ideally you want
what
to
was
keep
I even
that tee
getting
shot down the left, and you don't want to leave
I don't even
any
know
of
what
it
I was.
behind.
Oh, and then I shot 43 when we played the one time on the back, and I hit the tree, of course. Of course, I hit the tree. That's always what I do on this hole. It just happens.
Trying not overly
But
long,
yeah.
but still a pretty good spot
It's-
and in the fairway.
Honestly,
that
just playing
280
TPC Boston.
Second from an
On
excellent
it's
lie.
it's probably my best golfing memory, besides maybe my state tournament match that I shot 77 on. But besides that,
Just a straight
I would
at it.
say
That's a really good
just
line.
playing TPC Boston as my home course for 4 years in high school was
That will be a great look at
a
birdie.
dream come true. That's really all I can say. And
Pretty good all day from this
Honest-
distance.
and
Just
it's
trying
the
to take care of
greatest-
business.
not the greatest moments of
Good
my life,
putt.
but it was some of the best experiences I've had playing on the golf
This is a
team.
dogleg
Playing
line,
at such a great
95
course,
yards,
like I can't
another
express
place
enough
where
how
the driver
great
will set everything up.
or how
But you
honored
have
I
to
am
avoid
to
those
play
mounds on the left. They'll
high
just
school
snag your
golf
ball.
at TPC Boston, where there's like a PGA Tour playoff event. And like some of the biggest events of the year where top tour players go, and I get to play there for high school. That's just crazy to me, excuse me.
Good
And that's a
contact, good
nice drive
result.
right down the middle there for yeah, this was
Nothing
the hole
to
I was talking
argue
about where
about
it was a
there.
par
Right in the fairway.
5 in here, but a par 4 for the tournament.
Playing his
Because
second
it's about a
shot,
495 yard par 5. So it's a little off, but still not awful. It's a nice hole. It's a nice, interesting hole. That should be pretty close. I didn't really check the slopes at all, but that should be close. Sit a little bit. All right, that's good. That should be an eagle.
Really well done.
Should be an eagle. I'm not sure why it went like that, but we're just going to go for it and make it for an eagle. There we go. 15 under through 14 holes. I have 2 pars, no bogeys, 3 eagles now. Pretty good. Pretty happy.
Settled over the ball here at the 15th,
let's see here.
421 yards on this par 4.
Got another par 4. 15. 15 I don't really remember that much. Like, I remember it, like, watching the tournament and playing the game and stuff, but, like, I don't remember playing it myself. Like, I kind of remember some of it, but it's still pretty cool. You know what, let me talk about the past couple tournaments. I haven't really been able to do that. So, I think the last one we left off on was Dean and DeLuca. Kevin Kisner won that. He won that. Jordan Spieth had a pretty decent finish. A couple other people had a decent finish. It's really nothing much else to say. Colonial's a good course. Tough competition, tough course. Good win by Kevin Kisner. But then the Memorial, which ended not too long ago, was one spin back in. Ooh.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man.
The Memorial was won by Jason Duffner, who I'm not surprised won. I'm more glad he won because he hasn't won in a really long time. The last win I can recall for him was the 2013 PGA. And like he hasn't been playing well since, which I'm kind of surprised about because he was considered one of the top golfers in the world for a while.
Yeah, that stone wall now protects
especially after that.
Green. And,
especially after the
golf course.
PGA win in 2013. So him winning the Memorial was very good. I'm very happy for him. Ricky Fowler finished second. Good finish for him. Jordan Spieth had a fairly subpar Sunday for him. I think he finished under par, or even, or 1 under, or 1 over, just something like that. He was in the top 10. He finished outside the top 10.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's really the recap on the tour.
On the read.
Not much else going on right now, but we do have the U.S. Open coming up next week. So what I'm planning for that is there's an online golf game called World Golf Tour, WGT, that I play a lot in my free time. They have this Aaron Hills like U.S. Open challenge thing that's going on. So I might do that as part as my like Wednesday golf video to show you guys Aaron Hills and show you guys the course that way. Especially with the U.S. Open, and they don't have... I've checked the golf club like 3 or 4 times, and they don't have anything for Aaron Hills, which I'm really surprised about, especially since the U.S. Open. And this game hasn't been updated in over a year, so they're not going to have anything for that.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
That's really all I can say. That's probably my plan for next week. Not much else going on for the golf videos, just going back and forth between this and the golf club. Oh, get in! Oh!
Wow, Frank, he is dialed.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, that was just some.
Oh, just like
easy birdie.
2 feet
Frank,
more, and that was
nice, but
3 is
yeah,
even better.
just probably do that for the U.S. Open. I might do something else for the British Open and PGA. I'm not entirely sure yet. But that's really all I can say about the golf videos. They're still coming. I'm having fun in making these. They're a lot of fun to record, especially when you're 18 under through 17 holes. But I just wanted to showcase TPC Boston to you guys and show you and talk to you guys about stuff, especially since it's my birthday. I kind of just wanted to make a fun video, not really like a competitive video or anything. Just to celebrate me and not trying to be arrogant or egotistical in any way, but trying to like I wanted to reminisce on my career at TPC Boston, my career there. Like I'm getting a little older now, trying to. I still want to remember the good times. That's really all I'm trying to say, basically. Now let's see if we can get a double eagle on the last hole. Come on, Jordan. It's time to get a double eagle. If my controller wants to help. But let's see here. Come on, be good. Be good. Be good. Turn. Ooh! I I had the right break. I just played it 2 yards too
You're
long.
not going to see much better
Really
than
all
that
it was.
quarterback.
He's happy. I'm happy.
Speed.
Let's get to 20 under here. 20 under. 20 under. And boom. That is a 52. Let's check out the scorecard. Yep, 25-27 is a 52. How about that? That was that 10 and 11. 10 and 11. Abysmal pars there. Very disappointed in myself there, but that's okay. That's a 52. A lot better than the 90 that I got a couple weeks ago. But yeah, that's about it. I'm really enjoying these golf videos. I hope you guys are too. And yeah. I really have nothing else to say. I'll see you guys with Erin Hills next week. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop it with a like. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you guys with a new video real soon. Bye.